I'm not going to jump to conclusions, but not in a million years did I believe that fight would end the way it did.
Obviously very, very disappointed and down, but it is what it is. He's got to regroup, get himself back together and get himself back in the game.
Terence Crawford has officially withdrawn from his highly anticipated fight with Canelo, and the news broke just one day before the event. The sudden decision has left fans and analysts in disbelief. Was it a medical setback, behind-the-scenes disputes, or a deeper issue still hidden from the public eye? The timing raises eyebrows, fueling questions about what really happened. Across the boxing community, theories are spreading rapidly, and the silence from insiders is only intensifying the storm. For a match that was billed as one of the biggest of the year, this twist has completely changed the conversation.
He drops him into the ropes, and that's it. Cody Weeks stops the fight.
And I guarantee, fight night.
The boxing community is in uproar, with speculation running in every direction. Some close to the sport suggest there may have been deeper issues inside Crawford's camp, while others believe pressure and nerves may have played a decisive role. What's certain is Canelo's visible frustration. He feels blindsided, stripped of a moment he trained for and a stage he rightfully claimed. To him, this isn't just a scheduling setback, it's an insult. Now the question lingers, was Crawford making a strategic move to avoid disaster, or are we standing at the edge of a far bigger controversy waiting to explode? The uncertainty only magnifies the drama, keeping the entire fight world on edge.
People who don't wanna believe, they don't believe, even if it is true what I say or the proofs is there. They wanna believe.
Thing on your record that you wish hadn't happened?
No, I don't.
Even veteran commentators, including Johnny Nelson, admit they're at a loss for answers. The last-minute nature of this withdrawal, combined with the silence from Crawford's team, echoes the kind of secrecy that has surrounded some of boxing's most infamous scandals. Was this a carefully concealed problem, only revealed when it could no longer be hidden? Or was the announcement as much of a shock to insiders as it was to fans? Every unanswered question adds fuel to the rumor mill, and with no official clarity, the sense of mystery is only intensifying. For a sport built on transparency inside the ring, the shadows outside of it are impossible to ignore.
No matter what drugs you take, it doesn't make you a better fighter. It might make you stronger, it might make you fit. It doesn't make you a better fighter. That's proof. So until more...
The speculation has now escalated into something far more dramatic, whispers of a possible poisoning plot. What began as an outlandish theory is suddenly gaining traction in the wake of Crawford's abrupt withdrawal. At first, many dismissed it as baseless gossip, the kind of wild claim that floats around before any big fight. But with no clear answers and the timing looking increasingly suspicious, fans and insiders are starting to wonder if there's truth hiding in the noise. Is this just another wave of misinformation, or could there be a darker chapter unfolding behind the scenes? The tension is thick, and the unanswered questions are pushing this story into uncharted territory.
And you said it's fake news that the fight was off and all this sort of stuff was going on about some poisoning, scandal, foolishness, and they tried to shut this thing down. And I'm saying that's fake news. I'm not having that. So let's wait and see. If it's true, that's a shame. You'll have to get to the bottom of it. But I'd heard this yesterday, but I just put it down as fake news. It's not real. So all we can do is react to what we know, so we can speculate.
The backlash is only intensifying. Across the boxing world, louder voices are demanding accountability, insisting that if there's any truth to these explosive rumors, Crawford may not deserve another opportunity in the ring. For them, it's zero tolerance, no excuses, no second chances. Others argue this could simply be an unfortunate twist of fate, but the doubt won't go away. Was this a stroke of bad luck, or evidence of something far more damaging to the sport's integrity? The debate over punishment versus patience is splitting fans and experts alike, leaving the entire saga tangled in uncertainty. What was once billed as the fight of the year is now standing trial in the court of public opinion.
I've always been strong on that. I've always been strong on the fact that I don't believe in giving them a second chance.
You're basically saying, no 3 strikes and you're out.
No 3
strikes and you're out.
No.
1, you fail the test and gone ski.
Absolutely, because I just believe then that moving forward, people would think twice about doing it. If they think, well, you know what, I'll get a second chance anyway.
YB Patreon captures the exact frustration pouring out of the boxing community tonight. Fans are asking how a fighter can commit to the biggest stage of his career, only to walk away at the very last moment. Injuries are expected in this brutal sport, but the timing here feels far too convenient, and the explanations so far have convinced almost no one. Was Crawford truly sidelined by a legitimate setback, or was it the pressure of the spotlight that finally broke through his confidence? Some even speculate that something in Canelo's preparation rattled him beyond recovery. On the other side, Canelo stands firm, healthy, disciplined, and demanding answers. It's a sharp contrast, one fighter charging forward, the other vanishing into uncertainty. Those raw comparisons speak volumes, striking a nerve with fans who feel betrayed. Right now, the sport isn't just missing a fight, it's missing the truth, and boxing deserves nothing less.
I don't like that. People schedule fights and then they pull out, oh, I was injured. Well, if you was injured, you won't be injured in 4 months.
Canelo Alvarez himself has stepped forward, and his reaction mirrors the disbelief felt across the sport. On the surface, he responds with professionalism, measured words, steady tone, but the disappointment and frustration are impossible to miss between the lines. The truth is, Canelo doesn't have the details either, and that's what makes this so unsettling. Nobody knows the real reason for Crawford's sudden withdrawal. Was it an undisclosed injury, turmoil inside his camp, or doubt creeping in at the worst possible moment? Canelo has built his career on taking every challenge head-on, never retreating, never delaying. To see an opponent pull out less than 24 hours before the bell is baffling and infuriating. Fans can admire his composure, but they also recognize the reality. Canelo has been robbed of a fight he dedicated months of work to. When the biggest showdown of the year collapses in a single night, it leaves only questions. And until the truth comes out, all anyone can cling to are rumors, and the stunned silence from Canelo's corner.
I don't know exactly what is going on, and so I don't have anything to say right now. I'm surprised, yes.
Veteran trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas highlights what separates Canelo Alvarez from so many others in the sport, a warrior's mindset. Canelo doesn't hesitate, doesn't look for shortcuts, and never hides from risk. He actively seeks out the toughest opponents, because to him, greatness is forged in the fire of true competition. In sharp contrast, Crawford's last-minute withdrawal paints a very different picture. Was he unprepared for the challenge of moving up in weight, worried his body might not withstand the test? Or did the magnitude of the spotlight finally trigger hesitation when it mattered most? Fans are drawing their own conclusions, and the contrast is impossible to ignore. One fighter is chasing legacy with unshakable resolve, while the other is retreating into uncertainty. Atlas's commentary cuts to the heart of it. Canelo's mindset is built for history, while Crawford's decision leaves only excuses and doubt. The fight may no longer be happening, but the questions are far from over, and the shadow hanging over Crawford's reputation grows heavier each day.
What he wants to do. He wants to fight the best guy available. He was ready to fight the best guy available, the world champion. So give me the next best guy. Well, this guy, you sure? I mean, you want it? Yeah, I want him.
Promoter Frank Warren has made his feelings clear, and his outrage is hard to dispute. A fight of this magnitude requires millions in preparation, training camps, sparring partners, nutrition teams, arenas, and endless logistical planning. The moment one fighter pulls out, all of that investment evaporates overnight. For Canelo's camp, it's a crushing financial blow, but the real damage runs deeper. Fans who believed the hype feel betrayed, broadcasters who poured in resources are left scrambling, and the sport itself takes another hit to its credibility. Warren's frustration resonates across the boxing world because this is about more than money, it's about responsibility. Did Crawford truly face circumstances he couldn't avoid, or did he crack under the heat of expectation? The financial losses are staggering, but the collapse of trust and the stain on the sport's reputation may prove far more costly. That's why Warren's fury feels justified. This isn't just business gone wrong, it's a blow to the very integrity of boxing.
Pissed off. I mean, he was a big fight. He's trained very hard. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. You imagine the cost involved in a training camp, booking places to set the camp up, bringing the sparring partners in, the nutritionists, the chefs, trainers and everybody, and you don't get paid. It's a massive loss. You can't insure it, or if you do, it costs a fortune to insure. But very, very disappointed.